Hello, I'm Coach Christian, and I help extremely stressed people to deal with their stress by observing it for themselves. Welcome to yet another video. I usually publish a video every single day that's designed to provide you with tools that you can use to deal with stressful situations in your life. Alright, let's now move into the question of the day. Coach Christian, I am not very disciplined. I have things I want to achieve in life, but I am not able to do them because I don't have discipline. Not being able to realize my dreams makes me sad and depressed. How can I develop more self discipline? Coach Christian, I am not very disciplined. I have things I want to achieve in life, but I am not able to do them because I don't have discipline. Not being able to realize my dreams makes me sad and depressed. How can I develop more self discipline? Okay, so you're not being disciplined. I can totally relate to this. I mean, just like you, I had many dreams, many things I wanted to achieve. Big goals in business, big goals in other forms of career, science. I wanted to achieve these big dreams. I had big goals. The dreams and the ambition was there. What was lacking was the discipline, right? The discipline to achieve those goals. And of course, it was very depressing, right? To start um, to start something, create a plan, and then not follow through, right? So in my own case, I had scenarios where I would just stay in bed all day, right? Just wake up, sleep excessively long, like sleep till 2 p.m. in the day, and then get up and go on the computer and start watching videos, watching movies, uh, basically what I consider to be wasting time. And the more time I wasted, the worse I felt about myself. I'll never be able to achieve this. I'll never be able to achieve my dreams. I'll always be a loser. I'll be the kind of the guy person that will never measure up, right? And these feelings would just eat me up and eat me up and eat me up. Um, I mean, sometimes I could go like on a spree of 2 to 3 months, right, of just doing absolutely nothing, uh, trying to do things and not having the discipline to do it. I set a schedule that I don't know, at the time, I'd be like, I'm gonna work on math for 2 hours. And then I'd sit down to actually do the math, and after like 5 minutes, I'd be done. Or I'm gonna exercise physically every single day, but after, I mean, I could do it maybe 1 or 2 days, then after that, I'd give up. Say to myself, I'm not gonna overeat anymore. I'm only gonna eat what's enough for me, and then I'm gonna stop. But funny thing, I would maybe for a week or two I would do that, and afterwards I'd fall back into my old patterns of overeating. Right. So when it comes to this whole idea of like just the kind of pain that is associated with not being disciplined, not doing what you need to do to get to where you are, I completely understand that. It's something I've experienced myself. So the question is, what do we do with it? Or how do we develop this discipline? I mean, it took me years to figure this out, so I'll just tell you. But of course, don't just copy what I'm saying, right? It might not be the case. It might not fit your reality specifically. But here are the observations I made. Is that it's really an energetic. It's an energetic thing, right? There's such a thing as basically any behavior that you repeat over and over again picks up energy. Think about I mean, there might be some simple things, right? Let's say the side of the bed that you sleep on, right? If you sleep in a big bed, you might be shocked to realize that you always sleep on the same side. right? And even if someone pushes you on the other side, you're probably going to roll back to that side. There's certain routines you do, like maybe you wake up every morning, you brush your teeth, right? That behavior of brushing your teeth has taken on tremendous energy. It would You'd feel awkward somehow. The day would not be correct if you didn't brush your teeth. And if for one day you didn't brush your teeth, the next day you're rushing to pick up the toothbrush, right? So basically, this is really it's an issue of energy. Um, you have a certain You want to become disciplined, which means you want to be able to perform a certain action uh, consistently, right? Let's say if you decide to, let's say you have a goal of losing weight and you need to work out for an hour. You want every single day to work out for an hour. Now the thing is, this is an energetic battle, which means that there's lightning here and thunder. All right. Ah, okay. So where were we? I don't know if you heard the thunder. It was pretty cool. Okay. Yes. So what I'm saying is, this is really an energetic matter. So for instance, if you want to work out every single day, and you've no no man, you spent months, you've never really been the kind of guy that works out. So you never worked out. Let's say in an entire year you never worked out, and all of a sudden you want to start working out, right? Now it may be tempting, right? At this point, what is happening is that not working out, not going to the gym, not exercising has picked up a lot of energy because it's an action you've not been going to the gym. That particular behavior or lack of behavior has a lot of energy, a lot of momentum. So it's going to be very hard to like break it immediately, right? So tomorrow you could decide, you get excited, you say I'm going to go to the gym, and sure enough you go and you lift heavy weights and you run until your muscles are like killing you. And you might be able to do that the day after tomorrow and the third day, and then after that you're going to start skipping going to the gym, and eventually you'll return to your old tendencies, which again, for most people is going to lead you to start thinking, oh, I'm such a loser, I'll never make it, I'll never lose this weight, I'll always be heavy. There's really no need to look at it that way. It's just an energetic thing, right? You've spent all this time without going to the gym. All of a sudden you're not just going to go and lift all these weights. So what you want to do is you want to feed the new behavior. Let's say the behavior of going to the gym, you want to give that behavior energy. This is one approach, the approach I use. Um, so what that means is go to the gym a little bit. Just any amount of effort you invest in the activity gives it energy. So even if you just like the first day, just you could just go to the gym and sit in the gym. Just go to the gym at 5 p.m. and sit there. That's already an action that's giving energy to the idea of going to the gym. You'll be like, this is kind of stupid. I went to the gym and did nothing. Don't worry about it. You're just feeding, giving the behavior energy, right? Then maybe the day after that, you could go to the gym again and maybe just sit again. Another day you could sit and maybe do one squat. And then basically the point is you want to minimize the amount of resistance when it comes to performing the activity. Really lower the resistance, make it so easy to do that it's not even a struggle to you. Just going to the gym, opening the door and standing in the gym, that's no big deal. I can do that. There's no resistance, so I do that. And then you just keep adding little, and just keep going that way. Keep adding ridiculous amounts. Like I'm gonna go to the gym and I'll work out for 5 seconds. People who see you going to the gym will be like, "What's wrong with you, man?" Like, I mean, you barely got here. You're done. Don't listen to them, right? just just do your thing. Do 5 seconds. When 5 seconds becomes comfortable, do 10 seconds, and then you might say, "But Christian, man, if I keep doing this little bit, man, I'll never lose the weight. I'll never be able to. When will I ever get to an hour of working out?" Right? So what happens is, first of all, you're gonna do these little bits. But after a while, and this one is it works consciously or unconsciously, it's up to you, but this behavior of going to the gym and working out is going to pick up energy, and then maybe after just working out for 10 seconds or something, one day you'll just feel like you want to do a minute or 2 minutes, and this way, and You proceed slowly, gradually, and eventually you can do an hour and way more than that, right? So this method works, right? It's not really necessary to beat yourself up and say, "Oh, I'm a loser. I'll never make it. I'll never achieve my goals." No, when this is just this kind of thoughts are just a sign of ignorance. If you understand that all that's going on, really, what's going on is just an energetic battle. You have picked up a certain tendency. You're not going to reverse the tendency in one day. You want to pick up a different tendency, you figure out, how did I build up the old tendency? It's by performing the action over and over again. Maybe by talking about it, by thinking about it all the time. So your new tendency, you do the same thing, right? So this is kind of how it works. I mean, I used to sleep a lot during the day, wake up like at 2 p.m., 3 p.m., and I didn't like it. I wanted to switch to waking up like at 7 a.m., 6 a.m., and I was able to do that. I realized it meant me going to bed at 9 p.m. But I was not used to going to bed at 9 p.m. I was used to going to bed at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. Right, so I just a little bit. I just did what I could, and then eventually the system was able to reverse itself. Actually, in this case, I didn't proceed gradually. But what I'm saying is that worrying about the fact that you're indisciplined is not going to help you. And gaining discipline is not a forceful thing. Like, I mean, there's this idea we have that discipline is hard. You have to force yourself. Sure, like, look, if you're using force to do something, it means you don't know how to do it. It's a sign of incompetence. Look at like a great athlete, like let's say Lionel Messi, the footballer, the soccer player. Right? Lionel Messi does brilliant things with ease. That's one of the signs that shows you that he's a master. Right? Someone who's mastered something does it with ease. A great musician sings with ease. A great piano player plays with ease. If you find someone struggling to move, at least you know they're not a good dancer, right? Because a good dancer moves with ease. Also, if you have to force yourself to be disciplined, this is a sign that you haven't really, this is a sign of lack of mastery, incompetence. So this is one way. It's picking up a picking up a new pattern of behavior, uh, a new habit, let's put it that way. A new pattern of behavior, picking up a new pattern of behavior doesn't have to be a forceful activity. It's only forceful if you don't know what you're doing, right? If you don't understand. But if you understand it's an energetic thing, you could just build up the energy gradually by doing something so small that it looks ridiculous and increasing a little bit, a little bit, a little bit until the activity takes up so much energy that now you want to do it like what, I don't know, longer, an hour, 2 hours, all the time, whatever, right? So that's but don't believe me, just try it out, see what I'm saying makes sense, see if indeed you can build up a tendency consciously, right? Usually what happens with you is almost all of your behavior was built up unconsciously, right? You just found yourself going to bed at 4 a.m. You can't quite remember how it happened. But if you look, it might have been, you might realize, if you look carefully, you might have realized it was a series of compromises. Maybe you start going to bed at 9, then some point 9:30, then some point 11, then some point midnight, then some points. So over time, you build up the tendency to sleep at 4 a.m. And when you're at 4 a.m., you're like, oh no, man, I sleep at 4 a.m., I go to work at 8 a.m., all this trouble, right? All because of your unconscious, right? Things are happening to you unawares. But you can also build a tendency consciously, right? So that's one way in which you could become disciplined, but not in a forceful way. Okay. All right. If you like the the ideas I'm sharing in this video, please don't forget to like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe, obviously, to the channel, and hit the bell notification. Ding, ding, ding. This will notify you whenever I publish a new video, right? Because I publish a video every single day that's designed to give you tools that you can use to deal with stressful situations that may arise in your life. And I do have an approach, right? So you see what I've been talking about here about energies and building up a certain tendency, that all came from observation, right? I paid attention to my reality. I paid attention to the fact that I was indisciplined. I paid attention to the fact that I kept quitting on things. the observation of these things to is what enabled me to finally reverse this process of me quitting and being indisciplined, and finally being able to consistently do things in order to achieve my goals. If you'd like to learn more about this observe approach to solving problems such as indiscipline, um, quitting, things like that, then just go to the description of this video and click on the observe approach. This will give you free and instant access to a simple but very powerful method that you can use to solve any problem that is stressing you out right now. And also, I do work as a relationship coach, right? So obviously, the things we've been talking about here, like indiscipline, not doing what you know needs to be done, these things will also obviously affect your relationships. And right now, I'm actually making an offer, and it's for a limited time only, and it's really just it's for people who are in a relationship that is breaking down. That means that either you're thinking of ending the relationship or you're afraid that your partner is going to end the relationship. It may be because of your indiscipline or your poor tendencies. We don't know. Whatever the reason is, anyways, I'm offering a free online relationship rescue coaching session. It's a 40-minute coaching session, and in this session, we'll get a crystal clear vision of the kind of happy relationship you want to have. We'll figure out precisely what is stopping you from having that relationship, that great happy relationship, and you leave the session renewed, re-energized, and inspired to finally create the kind of relationship that you want. But to take advantage of this free limited time only relationship rescue coaching session, just go in the description of this video and click on relationship rescue. There's a link there that will take you to my contact page. Just send a message send a message saying you want to be take advantage of the relationship rescue coaching session, and someone from the observe team will get back to you with the details. All right, this is only available for a limited time only, so it might the offer will expire soon. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Oh, by the way, if you have a question, please add it in the comment section below. That way I know what you're thinking, and I might answer it in a forthcoming video. All right, bye.